what myth do we have this time?
Well, this one is pretty darn simple. It comes right off the Mythbuster fan site. And it is simply that if you fill a raft with helium, that you could actually fly on that raft.
Well, on the face of it, I'm not so sure about this one, but there's only one way to find out.
So, what is the plan?
Well, I figured we should start small. We've got a little inflatable dinghy. Maybe we can fill that up with helium, see what happens.
Deflation.
And the initial inflatable they're going to try is the Mythbusters dinghy. Before any helium hovering happens, the deflated dinghy is first weighed.
Take it on up. Okay, exactly 72. That's what the scale looks like to me.
Then it's filled with air.
Look at that! Yeah! This is good.
Next, they work out the volume of the inflated dinghy.
20.5.
Okay, so 20.5 cubic feet.
Then they let the air out
All right, here's your helium.
and put the helium in.
Okay, listen, just on the off chance, the very, very off chance this thing becomes lighter than air, I'm gonna sit in it while we fill it, okay?
With the dinghy fit to burst with helium,
Good.
will it turn miraculously into a magic carpet?
I'm gonna jump out, but get ready, hold on to the line in case it floats. All right, here we go.
Oh, it didn't float. What do you think?
Thanks to the helium, the raft has lost some weight,
I call that about maybe 4 pounds of buoyancy.
but nowhere near enough to achieve liftoff.
Well, our inflatable life raft, it's not remotely enough volume of helium, and it's way too heavy to get even buoyant by itself, let alone lift Jamie or I.
Well, that didn't work very well. The helium only removed 4 pounds from its total weight.
Yeah, no, it's obvious that if this is going to work, it has to be a raft that is much, much larger. It needs the volume of helium, and it has to lift one of us. Okay, so I've run the math on the lifting power of helium. It takes almost 16 cubic feet of helium just to lift 1 pound. That means for you or me, 200 pounds plus a raft, let's say it weighs 100 pounds, that's 300 pounds of lift, we need just under 5,000 cubic feet of helium to do that.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a third the cabin size of a DC-9 airplane. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. You know that that clear poly tubing that comes in like 24, 36-inch lengths that they use for porting air conditioning around on a movie set?
Yeah, it's in a roll. It looks like just normal plastic, but it's actually a tube that you can inflate.
Right, they make a heat sealer for that. And given the amount of cubic footage we need and the amount of time we've got, I think that if we heat sealed long pontoons and assembled them somehow, it's our best chance of actually getting a raft with this much lift that might actually support us.
The giant pontoons will be joined with packing tape, and jugs of water will act as ballast, keeping the raft grounded until Adam's ready to cut loose and reach for the sky. Out in the car park, the boys put the wind up a 50-foot tube.
I'm actually going to hook it up to a fish scale, and however many pounds it shows pulling up on the fish scale is effectively the amount of buoyancy I've got.
The inflated tube has a 2-foot diameter and holds 157 cubic feet of helium. That adds up to 5 pounds of buoyancy.
Well, that would mean in order to lift you or me, we'd need 40 of these things. Not including the tape, so probably more like 50. Which actually gives us, good God, this is a big thing.
That's cool, though.
Jamie's workshop won't be anywhere near large enough.
I'm not sure what we're going to do with it when we get it inside.
It's going to be the biggest build in Mythbusters history. But already there's a problem. Their practice pontoon is becoming flaccid.
Good God, this is supposed to support my weight?
The seal is airtight, and there are no leaks. The ultralight helium must be leaching out through the plastic itself.
Seam down here is just fine.
That means that time will be a big factor in this experiment. The entire raft, all 50 pontoons, will have to be assembled before inflation can begin.
I don't know, to pull this off, I don't often say this, but it's looking to be nigh impossible to pull this off. It's fraught with problems. There's ton of variables and just an amount of material that boggles my mind.
You have them in one end of the 100 feet of
Yeah.
space, and you roll them over themselves.
To itself to have a working flap at the end of each tube.
Fishing weight on either end, and you have one. You lay out your piece.
exactly the thing. Yeah, absolutely. That's great because that actually, this is great. This allows us to do a whole day of just setting up and getting that right, and then we go in and fill it.
I think that there's a lot of difficulties that are presenting themselves. There's small little imperfections that could cause everything to completely implode on us. So we're crossing our fingers, but I'm not seeing the smiles you usually see on the Mythbuster faces.
Once in every generation, a myth comes along that does not thrill us.
I'm not seeing or hearing any leaks.
As the massive pontoons fill, each one generates 5 pounds of lift.
Good.
Before long, the raft is straining to rise.
The fact that we've got it up and it's buoyant, very exciting. I really just want to get on there now and be able to relax my flying raft.
It's up, up, and away.
Good, good. Okay, lower.
With Adam in position on the mattress, Carrie starts dumping the ballast. But straight away, there's a problem.
You better cut the other side a little bit.
Without the ballast, one side of the raft suddenly takes to the skies. And Adam begins to slip off his mattress.
Okay, stop. Don't cut anymore.
Okay, whoa!
The team stop cutting the ballast, but the damage is done as Adam slides off his helium bed like a greasy bar of soap.
Wait a second.
Without any support structure, the flimsy pontoons can't cope. On a build this big, there was always the chance that something would slip through the cracks. Never thought it would be Adam, though.
Hey, Adam,
Yeah.
this isn't working.
No, it seems to have failed utterly.
You've like slipped right through to the bottom side.
Yeah, I feel like something that got cut out of the matrix here.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm upside down and I'm in a net and I'm below the biggest thing ever built out of helium and balloons, but I'm fine.
Adam may be fine, but the test ain't. With the raft coming apart at the seams,
More.
there's just no way the team can reset to try again. Their only chance at liftoff has just slipped through the net.
Oh, it's very satisfying. Oh, I shouldn't do that.
All that work.
Look at this. It's a cathedral of failure.
Not really, Adam. We've learned that any raft able to fly will be unfeasibly large and far too flimsy to take passengers.
Oh my God, we might need to open a door. It's getting kind of weird.
It's getting helium in
Getting
here.
really stuffy. I'm gonna
it is.
open up the door, okay?
Okay. I don't think anybody would fault us for not giving it the best possible effort for success. I'm sure someone's yelling at their television right now, but I'm calling this one busted. I know we're not supposed to bust them on site. We're supposed to wait for the blueprint table, but I don't want to go back there. I just want to take the sweatsuit off and call it done and busted.
Yeah.
Busted.
Yeah.
Busted.
Busted.
Busted. Busted. Thank you. I was waiting for you to say it.
Okay.
Let's clean it up.